Well, thank you so much for making the time to come to the centre today and meet with us, and really lovely to meet you, Megan and Gina. And again, as well, welcome to our centre. So I understand that Louise and yourself have met and had a couple of conversations.
Yeah.
And you both have felt that all of us coming together would be really useful to be able to support James. So, yeah, really interested in what ideas the both of you had, and I guess really welcoming your input as well into how we can all work together.
Yeah. So, Laura, did you want to, I know you've been telling me about some of the things you've been seeing at home with James and maybe some of the concerns that you had raised with me.
Mm-hmm.
Did you want to maybe fill everyone in on what those were?
I just noticed in the last sort of month or two a lot more like meltdowns at home. So he's sort of dropping to the floor when I ask him to do simple things, like it's bath time, it's time to pack away, and often these meltdowns will go on for like 10, 15 minutes at least. And that's just, I think Louise was saying he'd started to see it in the centre as well. And I guess I was just a bit concerned, like, what should I be doing? I'm really not sure. And is it normal?
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, well, those are all really valid questions, and I'm really glad that you're able to kind of bring it to all of us. So I'd be really interested in your thoughts, because I guess both of you have had contact with James.
Yeah, I mean, Laura, we spoke, yesterday on the phone. I got to see lovely James last week. And look, from my assessment, so I'm a speech therapist, and I guess from my assessments, I don't have any concerns at this stage.
Okay.
The concerns that you've raised definitely are valid, and he's not at that stage yet where he can verbally explain and express his feelings or what his thoughts are. So I think a lot of the behaviour that you might be seeing is a reflection on that. So I think for now, in terms of where I am at with James, I don't feel that I need to see him again.
Okay.
I think he's developmentally, he's tracking along nicely. But yeah, and just seeing how he goes, just steadily. He'll probably change again in the next 6 months, and just keeping a close eye on him with the centre and talking, I think that might relieve a lot of your concerns.
Okay.
How do you feel about that, what Gina's shared with us?
Yeah, I guess it's reassuring knowing that, from her perspective, she doesn't have any concerns, and it's relatively, I guess, normal for a child of his age.
Yeah.
But I guess, I'd just like to know what the rest of you think, and if there's more that I should be doing.
Yeah, I think, I come out a few times at those peak times that it seems to be happening, and it's very much around those routine changes when when moving from one thing to the next, and often at the end of the day when everyone's really, really tired and a bit exhausted and overwhelmed. What I can see is happening is that then is having a really big impact on your family. Functioning, because everyone's really stressed, and it's a bit of a mission to get to bedtime. Is that,
Yeah, and my husband works late, so then he comes home and it's like right in the middle of it, and I'm trying to get James, bathed and to bed, and I'm feeling stressed because, I'm still trying to cook dinner, and it's really overwhelming.
Yeah, and Louise, you said that it's happened a few times at the centre?
Yeah, it has happened a few times at the centre, but I think similar to what you said, it has been around if there's been maybe some changes in our regular routine, like if it's been a rainy day, so maybe we haven't followed the same routine where we would normally go outside to play.
Okay.
And so there's been that change, or if he's feeling a little bit tired, maybe he hasn't had his daytime nap. Something we've been doing at the centre though is we've got a routine up to show him what activities happen during the day, and so we've just been, I guess, pointing that out to him during the day about what's coming next, and trying to give him some warning about what's happening next, so he knows what to expect.
And how has he responded to that, Louise?
He's responded quite well to that.
Okay.
Yeah.
And is it pictures or words?
Yeah, so we've just got photos of the different things that we might do during the day. So photos of our outdoor play space, photos of our indoor play space. We've got a photo of the cup and the bowl that he uses for lunchtime, so he knows when it's lunchtime.
Yeah.
And we've also just been using a timer, so it's got some sand in it, and it goes for 5 minutes. So we let him know that there's 5 more minutes left to play, and then the next activity is outside play or whatever it might be. He turns that over for us for the whole class, and that's just another way that we've been supporting him with that, and we've found that he's been responding quite well.
Okay.
And another strategy that you can use, Laura, if you wanted to, along with the pictures, is to narrate what's happening for him and around him. So slowly he'll build it up as his brain development grows as well. He'll be able to, pick up on those things, and he'll start repeating words and sentences.
Can you give me an example of what you'd say?
Yeah, definitely. So if you feel like, oh, look, I want it's going to be, so you could put the timer on, but instead of just putting the timer on, you might say, look, there's 5 minutes. He doesn't quite understand concept of 5 minutes, but visually he can look at it and put, we've got 5 minutes on, putting the timer on for 5 minutes, and then we're going to pack away, and then, we're going to be having dinner. So
Okay.
using the concept of first and then,
Yep.
or now we do this, then we do this.
Okay.
I wonder, would it be useful then maybe because I'm coming out again next week, maybe we could take some photos and build, and maybe I could have a look at the one
Yeah,
in the room
yeah,
and we could look
absolutely.
together to see
Yeah.
what it looks like. So we try something that looks the same,
Yep.
but with the photos of the times that are useful, and we could look into purchasing a timer if you think that would be useful.
Yeah, that would be really good.
Yeah, and I'd really love to know too if there's things that you do at home that are working really well for James that you let us know, so then we can make sure we do it here as well. Especially if you think of any days where he's had a really great day and he maybe hasn't had any meltdowns or less meltdowns. Maybe thinking about what was different on those days and letting us know. Maybe we can try some of those things as well. I think that would be fine.
No, absolutely.
Yeah.
So is there anything else, I guess, while we're all here that you wanted to raise, either things that are working well or any other worries that you might have?
No, I think that was the main thing, and you've all been really good at sort of providing some ideas that I think I'll take home and have a think about, talk to my husband, and if we can do the visuals, I think that'd be really great.
Yeah, and I can come into the service as well, and I can, if you're interested in doing the now and then cards or the first then cards, we can do that together as well.
Yeah, that'd be great. Thank you.
Okay.
Okay, well, thank you so much. Sounds like it's been really useful for you. And I guess we would be really open if you and Louise feel that would be useful for us to come together again at a later date. Yeah, just let us know, and I'm sure we can arrange something.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you.